Hi, welcome to you. So in this video, let me briefly discuss about Aatmanirbhar Bharat. So the word Aatmanirbharta is recognized as the word of the year 2020 by the Oxford. And Aatmanirbhar Bharat refers to making India a self-reliant and self-sufficient economy, self-sufficient country. Everybody wants independence and no one wants to depend on someone else. And in order to achieve that limitless independence, and to be free in production, consumption and distribution and all types of economic activities, it is necessary that an economy enjoys a required amount of freedom and depend on self. Okay, so in this regard, Aatmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has been introduced by PM Modi. So, and he has initially allocated the funds of 20 lakh crore to meet the coronavirus crisis. And the Aatmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has the basic principle, or it is based on the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, where the all entire living being on the planet Earth is regarded as they belong to one single family. So entire living being belongs to a single family, wherein it is the responsibility of each and every member of the society to help others anywhere they may be in the world. So in this regard, the research is conducted, and then of course the invention of vaccine is successfully done in the country, and India is helping even other countries by giving a vaccination to those countries. So in this regard, India is helping the people of Indian society. At the same time, it is helping the people and citizens of the other countries also. So it is based on the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, wherein we regard the living beings of on the entire earth is belonging to the single family. So Atmanirbharta refers to self-reliance and self-sufficiency. In order to make India a self-sufficient and self-reliant despite the COVID pandemic, so the concept is that helpful. And then of course it is about the research, development and manufacture of COVID-19 vaccination in India was connected to Atmanirbharta by the President, Vice President and the Prime Minister. So the total of 3 Aatmanirbhar Bharat package were introduced worth rupees 29.87 lakh crore, that is US dollar 400 billion, and it was announced by the government on May 12th and October 12th and November 12th 2020 in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic in India. And the second and third economic stimulus packages were labeled as Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 2.0 and 3.0. And it has the numerous government decisions that took place, such as changing the definition of MSME, boosting scope of private participation, and increasing FDI in the defense sector. So helping poor people through PDS also has been brought within the ambit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. So there are self-reliant in India with 5 pillars. So we will have to look at the pillars that I have been considered to be the pillars to achieve the Atmanirbharta. The first one is the economy. In order to attain quantum jump, so Atmanirbharta has been introduced. So it is not just an incremental development or incremental changes. Suppose, for example, if the economy is growing at 7.5%, to make it 8% or 8.5 and then 9.5, that is incremental changes. It is not about making economy to observe incremental changes. It is about quantum jumps. For example, if the economy has to be developed at the rate of 11.5% from 7.5, straight away the jump is required, and all the required infrastructure is built up, and the required conducive atmosphere in the economy has been created in order to see that jump, quantum jump. So that is the economy, which is the pillar of the Atmanirbharta. Then comes the infrastructure, which represents the modern India, rapid, for example, rapid transit system through metro rails, mono, and then of course revolution in banking, GPay and Google Pay, that is, and then Phone Pay. Likewise, every common man is using that. Even in United States, we couldn't see that type of rapid development which is done in the banking sector. And of course construction of traditional modes of an infrastructure, highways, railways, etc., and continuous power supply and availability, making them available. Nowadays, if you compare with that of the condition about 20 years before, where there was quite often power cuts, and nowadays you can see there's no power cut at all. Even if there is power cut takes place in maybe within a few minutes, you will get the power back. Okay, then of course the system is another pillar where technologically driven system is being given utmost importance for the faster development of the economy. So modern high tech machines are used, high tech technology is used, and not obsolete, or some traditional methods that are used which are obsolete, that is to be neglected, that need not be followed, that need not be implemented for production of goods and services. So high tech is used for the faster development of the economy, that is system. And then about demography, that's vibrant demography. India is young India, right? And young in the sense that the majority of the Indian population, those who are at present living in India, they are below 40 years of age. So that means we have got young, vibrant human resources, and that's why Indian labor is in great demand in different countries of the world. So because they are young, energetic, talented, educated, and they possess required skills and the language power. So considering all these positive attitudes of the human resources and attributes of the human resources, they are demanded all over the world. So we have young India, and then it is the largest democracy. Even though we have got the China, which is number one in population, and India is number two, and within a few years of time from now, India will overtake China, and it will become number one in population. That's a different issue. But it is a democracy. China is not a democracy. India is democracy. So, and it is largest democracy because largest amount of people, they will exercise their universal adult franchise. They will vote for whichever the candidates from whichever the party they wish to get selected, and they will sit in the parliament, the people those who have chosen on the basis of the vote, majority vote, they will sit in the parliament, they will make laws, and that is as good as people ruling themselves. And young India determines and decides who should rule the nation. And it's a participative democracy where the people participate, people voice their opinion, they have got the freedom of speech, so they will give their opinion, and that opinion through media will reach the government. And of course the government also modifies the policy measures as per the requirement. Okay, that is about democracy, vibrant democracy, demography, and then largest democracy. And then demand, in order to meet complete demand, is one of the pillars of Aatmanirbhar Bharath. So Aatmanirbhar Bharath, the stimulus packages have been given in this regard. Business including MSME sector, that's micro, small, medium enterprises, because large majority of the business organizations fall under this category, MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises. Because in many of the underdeveloped countries, the investment capacity will be lesser, entrepreneurial skills will be less. So a large number of micro, small, medium enterprises are seen, and India is also not an exception. And here also we have got large majority of the organizations run by sole proprietors and partnership basis. So MSME sector is given utmost importance. And for poor, including farmers, now we can see that in a PDS system, through PDS system during corona pandemic, too much of food grains have been distributed free of cost. PDS, that is public distribution system, we have got through ration shops. So people those who are living below poverty line, they are eligible to get free rations. And then monetary reward is paid to the farmers, agriculture workers, to the tune of 12,000 rupees per year, that through DBT, that is direct benefit transfer.